I don't understand women these days. Because honestly, I feel like I did everything right as a man. I worked hard. I provided everything. I even brought my mother and my siblings into my house so my family could stay together. And now my wife has left me, and people are telling me I am the problem, but I don't see it. So tell me, where exactly did I go wrong? I am 45 years old, living in Lagos, Nigeria. I am married with 3 children. And in my mind, I am a good husband. I provide food. I provide shelter. I provide security. So I never really understood why my wife always complained. 7 years into my marriage, I brought my mother and my 2 younger siblings into my house. Because to me, it made sense. Family was family. If I had space, why shouldn't they live with me? My wife Amaka was not very happy about it. But I told her this was normal. This was what marriage meant, supporting your husband's family. At first, she stayed quiet, but I started noticing things. She was always tired, always stressed, always saying there was too much work. I didn't take it seriously. I thought it was normal wife stress. My wife was the one doing everything. She cooked, she cleaned, she took care of the children. And now she was also taking care of my mother and my siblings. But honestly, I didn't even see that as something special. Isn't that what a wife is supposed to do? To me, that was just normal. That was what a good wife does in a home. In fact, I used to think she was actually managing well because everything was still running. So I never really understood why she always looked tired or why she kept saying there was too much work. I just thought she was overthinking things. Things slowly became more tense in the house. She came to me one day saying she could not keep doing everything alone. And I honestly didn't understand what the problem was, because they were my family, and in my mind, they were her family too. She didn't argue after that. She just looked at me for a long time, then walked away, like I had already stopped being someone she could explain things to. After that, I started noticing small changes. She no longer went into my siblings' rooms the way she used to. She stopped folding their clothes. She stopped touching their dirty plates completely. Not loudly, not angrily, just quietly, like she had removed herself from certain things. My siblings noticed it too, and they started complaining. Little comments here and there. She doesn't greet properly anymore. She behaves like she is doing us a favor. She has changed, and I agreed with them, because in my mind, nothing serious had changed. She was still in the house. Food was still being cooked somehow. Things were still moving, so I didn't see why there was an issue, so I spoke to her one evening. Not angrily, just calmly, like a husband correcting his wife. I told her she could not start behaving like that. These were my family members. She needed to respect them and handle things properly. She looked at me for a long time. Then she said she was not there to serve grown adults, and she went back to what she was doing, like I wasn't even part of the conversation anymore. Even then, I still didn't think much of it, because in my mind, a wife is supposed to adjust. That is what marriage is. Then one day, she fell sick. Malaria. She had been in bed for 2 days already. Malaria treatment usually takes about 3 days, and by the third day, she was supposed to be feeling better. In my mind, by then, the house should have been back to normal. Food should be ready, the children should be taken care of, and everything should be running again. But instead, she was still lying down, not moving, not cooking, and slowly, things in the house started becoming uncomfortable. Meals were delayed. The house was not moving the same way. Even small routines started falling apart. My mother even said the house was not running well these days. And for the first time, I started feeling pressure. So I went to her room. She was lying down, and I told her she was not that sick anymore. She should get up and cook something small because everyone was waiting. She turned her head slowly and looked at me, and asked if I ever heard myself when I spoke. I frowned because I didn't understand what she meant. So I repeated myself, just cook something small. It is not that serious. That was when she asked if I married her to be my wife or my house girl. And I got angry, not because I was wrong, but because I felt disrespected for simply expecting things to function in my home. So I told her I married her to take care of my family and give me children. And she went completely silent, not emotional, not angry, just silent, like something inside her had already shut down. The next morning, Amaka packed her things, and she left, just like that. No long argument, no shouting, no warning, just silence and departure. At first, I thought she would come back. I told myself she just needed time, but she didn't return. It has now been a month since she left, and I cannot cope with the work. I am still in the house, but everything feels overwhelming. Now I have to cook. Now I have to clean. Now I have to take care of the children alone. I cannot keep up with everything. Even my siblings could not handle it for long. They have now left too, saying taking care of my children is too much work. And now I am completely alone in this house with my children. And now I sit alone at night thinking, because I still don't fully understand it. I was only trying to take care of my family. I was only doing what I thought was right. So tell me, was I wrong for expecting my wife to take care of my family the way I did?